William here. So I would like to address the Zeitgeist movement and the people involved with that, the people that created it and the people that are following it. I do not stand behind Zeitgeist. I just want to make the point that I think the way I perceive Zeitgeist is basically what they're doing is presenting a picture of a fantasy world of how things could be. And they try and back it up with a bunch of people that claim to be very intellectual, which is part of the whole Zeitgeist movement, is this trust in intellectualism, in that people are so smart to have figured out that the world is in a state of chaos and they have all the answers on how to fix it. We just have to look to technology and science, and that will give us all the answers. And in some ways I can understand how they are coming to those conclusions. I mean, you can see how evidently the world is lacking common sense. That's very clear to anyone. So you don't have to be a genius to figure that out, even though many people will outright deny that, and that's primarily how the system operates, with people in absolute denial of the fact that we've abdicated common sense. So my point being, what the Zeitgeist movement is attempting to do is place this solution for the world's problems as a picture fantasy based on technological solutions for the problems that exist. However, there are many large gaps in their actual proposed solutions. They have not demonstrated or explained how they propose to solve the transitional phase from what we are in now. I mean, all these pictures of circular cities and how they're going to grow the crops and irrigation and transportation, that's all great. I mean, it sounds really good. But that's not what's here. Here we have, we're one step away from chaos, essentially, and in order to get to a state where we would have the ability to even consider creating these circular cities or these underwater cities, whatever, that's a giant step. And you just can't say, oh, we'll figure out a way to do it once we get everyone behind the movement. That's unacceptable. We need practical solutions that will actually work for what's here. Destiny has put forth the most basic practical solution that would actually solve everything based on what's here and working with what's here. And that is essentially looking at the money system and removing the current money system and replacing it with a money system where we have equal money for all. And if you actually take a few minutes to research equalmoney.org or destiny.co.za and understand equal money, it's very simple. It's not hard to understand, even though the leader of the Zeitgeist movement, one of them, Peter Joseph, when he was asked about the equal money system, he said he would have a hard time understanding how it would work. And I find that kind of funny. If he's so intelligent and educated and researched, he has a hard time understanding how equal money would work. I mean, that seems pretty simple to me how it would work. I mean, it's based on a system where everyone has an equal amount of money, equal opportunity for a dignified life in this world. So, there are a number of reasons why I don't support Zeitgeist and their proposed solutions, which are basically just a fantasy. Everyone's just going to get rid of all their money and just be happy. I mean, what are the actual proposed moral precedents that are going to be imposed by the Zeitgeist movement, and how are they going to enforce those? I mean, there's no description of that whatsoever. They're just assuming that everyone's going to be happy and go along with the movement. How are people going to get along with each other? There's just many missing connections in how they present their material, and I seriously don't think they have the answers. I don't see anything practical, no practical solutions. They've done all the fun things of drawing up the pictures and presenting the evidence of how the world is a mess, which is easy for anyone to see, really. But the real solution is equal money for all. And that's why I stand behind Destiny and what they proposed. That is a very practical solution that would solve all the problems we have, because it's something we can work with here. Anyway, that's my piece.